Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I am Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transformer review, because I love some freaking Transformers. I love me some Legends and New Age, and I got this guy in finally. Man, so excited for this. So there is New Age, and this is Legend Scale. This is Cho. I think that's how I say it, but it's Sixshot. Everybody knows who it is. He changes into 6 different things, man, so that's awesome. Love the whole box, kind of the G1 kind of thing going on. Really like that. Up top, all 6 of them. And there you go on the bottom. There's Cho. And on the back, there you go. Now this is the tune version, I guess you're going to call it. I got all the other ones on pre-order. The toy version, there's the EXG, I think it is. Don't quote me on that, but you got the kind of that version and everything. So really excited for that. But yeah, there you go. And there's the bottom. Looks really good. All right, as always, like, share, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you haven't already. You know, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. Everything's in the description. Please go to Show Z. That's where I got this guy. Hit Deluxe32 at the top and everything. It really helps out the channel. If you want to become a member, also hit the join button. That really helps as well. So let's get right to it. And let's talk about some Legend Scale. And this is New Age Sixshot, man. Let's freaking go. All right, up first as always, we'll talk about what he comes with. And he does come with instructions, which are really decent, you know, instructions. And not as big as I thought it would be. You know, him being a, you know, changes into 6 different things. But that's about it right there. So pretty cool. And he comes with 2 blasters. They are painted silver, which is really nice. I like that. It does have a up and down with the handle, which looks good. Nice little sculpt. But yeah, both of them are painted. Looks good. You get 2 set of hands with kind of the jazz hands, you know, or relaxed hands, whatever. And you just plug them in. They have a little swivel up there. And you get this cool little, you know, they did a little teaser, and it was of him drinking some Energon. So you get the little holding hand. It is soft plastic, and you get the little cup of Energon, which is nicely painted a little pink right there. And you can just kind of place it in there, and there you go. He'll be able to hold that. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, not a lot of stuff, but there you go. That's what he comes with. Alrighty, so here is Sixshot in his bot mode. That's how he comes, and I'll start with that, and then we'll start transforming into his other alt modes. But I think it looks pretty good. I really do. Not a whole lot of paint, which, you know, I expect that from New Age or anything, but not a whole lot with this guy. But, you know, he's got silver, kind of a silver for his faceplate. You got the red eyes, looks good. His wings are painted silver, which is nice. I like that. You got a little right here. You got a little purplish right here for that. But a lot of gray and teal and purple plastic, and not a whole lot of paint on this guy. But I think he does look good. I love the head sculpt. Looks very nice and everything. So that's nice. And you got these always got in the way with the G1 as well, but you can kind of move them there on a little hinge right there, so you get better. So as far as articulation, so for the head, you can look down a little bit, up all the way. It's on a nice little ball peg, all the way around, and give you a little attitude as well. It's very nice. Now the wings are on a little hinge right here and a hinge back here, so you can have them however you want to, but I'll go them like there so you can get some movement, because you do got some 80s woodworking shoulder pads right here. They do swivel and everything, which is kind of weird. This side right here, kind of, if you move it like way, it just, you know, goes back like that. It's kind of weird on the mushroom peg. This one doesn't do it, but the other one does. But okay, so you can go all the way around like that. Go about right there. Not the full 90. That gets it kind of in the way. I guess if you move that, I guess you can get a little more, a little bit. Not much, but you know, you get about that. I think it's enough. It'll be fine. All the way around. Yep. You got nice little elbow bend, more than 90 degrees. You got the tires. They do spin. Bicep swivel. Swivel of the hand right there. And you just pop the hand off if you want to change that out, which is really nice. Okay, you got a waist swivel all the way around. Nice little ab crunch, and you can look up so it doesn't defeat the purpose. I like that. Like I say, you do have a hinge right there. You do got some flaps right here and on the back too as well. So Van Damme all day, every day. You kick up quite a bit. Kick back all the way. You do got a thigh swivel, and you have a knee swivel too as well. That's because of transformation. Now you do got a 90-degree knee bend, but if you do a little more, that will pop out. You can get more of a knee bend. So it's kind of weird, but you can use it. So you just pop that back in right there. A little bit toe up, all the way down. You do have a nice rocker as well. Huge rocker. That's pretty good. So very nice. Like I said, you can hold the guns in here on his hand like that. And if I guess you want to put them, there's a hole up here. I don't know if it'll fit. I mean, it's kind of weird. I wouldn't put them up there, but if you want to, you know, you have that option. You can put them up there, you know, to kind of store them if you want. And that's about it. There's some paint right here, some gunmetal silver right there and gray. And there's some paint right there too. So that's pretty good. You can hold that. Like I say, just pop the hand off. And if you want to change out hands, you can do that. So there you go. There's articulation and sculpt work for Sixshot. Awesome. All right. So like I've said before on my Venom review and some other reviews, I don't have all my stuff is packed up. Moving into a new house, so I don't have any other new age to do scale references. There are tons of picks out there with this. He goes really well with their Ultra Magnus, but there's Venom. That's a deluxe scale, main from Hasbro, from the main line. So he is pretty big. He's tall as a deluxe just about. So there you go. There's some scale for you. Oh, real quick, there's my wallet too as well. I threw that in with Venom, so there you go. That's how big he is. All right, here he is in his first mode, the gun mode. Also could be the submarine mode if you want it to be, I guess. Kind of a submarine, I guess. But this is his pew pew mode. So you can hold it like that, pew pew. The guns go right there. Pretty neato. So yeah, there you go. There is the gun mode / submarine mode if you want to use it as that too. All right, so here is the battle station mode. I kind of took it off camera, but because I had to tab those in. But make sure that's flipped out right there. Make sure those little tabs, tab into the side of his, waist and everything. And make sure, I think these were turned upside down, but turn them around like that. And there you go. Kind of got the battle station mode. It does go up and down. Little wiggle waggle, not much of a swivel, but you can use it like as a base mode. It does kind of scooch if you want to. It's got some treads, which is pretty cool. And you got these back wheels right there, and you can move these move out. You can move them out if you want to a little bit, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. There is, I guess it's battle station mode, what do you call it? I don't know what it's for sure, but it looks pretty cool. All right, back to transformation. Here he is in his wolf mode. It looks okay. There's a little, some transformation for his legs. Are pretty cool how they do it. Make sure these little turquoise things are tabbed into the back of the legs. There's a hole right there. And make sure they look like this for the legs. So you have to kind of do some turning and twisting and turning for that and everything. But there you go. It does kind of got a gap. If you want to leave that up, you can leave that in to kind of cover up that gap. He does have movement for the neck right here at the bottom and right here, and he got a swivel too as well, so that's pretty good. Does open his mouth. He does got some red eyes. Not a whole lot of paint, like so you got the silver right here. These go up and down, and they go like that. You can put the weapons in there. I'll show you in a second. These go back and forth out here like that. Swivel. There's a swivel up here. There's a swivel right here, and you got the dog paw or the wolf paw, sorry. It's a dog, I guess, or whatever. It's a wolf, golly. But anyways, there you know, up and down for that. The legs do swivel, kind of, you got a waist swivel right here, movement of the foot and everything. So, you know, it's all right, I guess. Probably one of the lesser, cooler modes. But yeah, you can put the gun if you want to. You can tab them in right here like that. And you can have some guns if you want to. You don't have to put them in there, you know. So let me put it in the hole and giggity. And there you go. So there you go. There he is in his wolf mode. All right, back for information. Once again, here is the car mode. It looks fine, I guess. I mean, alt mode's ain't the best looking on for Sixshot. For some reason, mine is supposed to tab in this little purple piece, supposed to tab in that gray piece. It's not the greatest tab. Everything I tried to move it as much as I can, but yeah, it's not the greatest, you know, tab and everything like that. Once again, you can take the weapons if you want to put them right here and right here, and you can have that and everything. So, you know, it does roll, I guess. You know, mine's on a smooth surface, so it kind of just glides right now, but it does roll, you know, with the wheels and everything. So, like I said, it's not that great. I wish it tabbed in a little better right there, but anyways, there you go. There is the car mode. All right, last but not least, this is the last alt mode he has. This is the spaceship mode. I think I like this one probably the best one out of all of them. Anyways, you can put the guns, as always, right here and right here. And there you go. So yeah, I like that. Looks pretty good. So there is the spaceship mode. Well, hey there, everybody. If you made this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on New Age Legend Scale. This is their Sixshot. Overall, I really like him. You know, the alt modes are kind of fugly, but for the engineering to get this to transform into 6 different things, especially for a legend scale, you know, it's pretty impressive. I really like that. You know, like I said, the alt modes are kind of meh. I do love the bot mode. That's where it's going to be. So, you know, but I do like that. Lack of paint, you know, there's not a whole lot of paint on this guy. They did paint the weapons. There's a little bit of gunmetal, silver, little silver on the faceplate and everything, the eyes, but a lot of, you know, just purple, turquoise, and, you know, kind of a grayish plastic. So, you know, used to seeing a lot of paint on, you know, New Age. The wings are painted silver, so that's nice too as well. So, but overall, you know, not a whole lot of paint. Could use some more paint, but, you know, I think the EX version, I'm sure the Toy Deco one's probably going to have some more paint. So that's pretty cool. This is kind of the Toon Deco, so I can understand kind of being a plain and boring and everything. Accessory-wise, like I said, I do love the weapons. They are painted. You get the little, you know, glass of Energon. That's pretty cool from, I think it was Headmasters. I think that's where that was from. Don't quote me on that, but I think that was Headmasters. But yeah, overall, not bad. Materials feel good as always with New Age. Like I said, transformation, the only thing that really ate me up a little bit is the legs. You got to get kind of used to that because you have to open up some panels and everything. But once you do it a couple of times, it's really easy. Not a really hard transformation. And that's about it. Yeah, overall, you know, another great release for New Age. Like I said, I can't wait for the EX version and everything. And we're getting a great shot as well. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait for those to come out. So yeah, really impressed with this. Just, you know, lack of paint is a little kind of disappointing. Articulation, you know, it's on par with most of their stuff. Doesn't have a butterfly or anything like that. These little wings always get in the way, just, you know, just like the G1 version and everything. But overall, the articulation is pretty good as well. But yeah, I really recommend this one. It's fun. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have my Ultra Magnus, but he does scale pretty well with him. I've seen a lot of pictures. I think there's a Jimbo one of Sixshot. I think he's an oversized one, and I think DX9 has a Sixshot coming. Magic Square does have one too as well. So once I get that, can't wait to do some comparisons and everything. That'd be pretty cool. But hope you like my review. Hit me with some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button as always. Hit me with some comments, and you know, follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Everything's in the description. I really appreciate that. Go to Show Z as always. Buy you some new Transformers. Use Deluxe 32 at the top. Really helps out the channel. If you will become a member, hit the join button. And I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Man, hell freaking Transformers and hell freaking New Age, man. Man, just putting out some great stuff, man. I love me some Legends and New Age. But yeah, I can't wait to see Magic Square, what they do. You know, do some comparison with that. And I want to say DX9 is doing one too. I might be lying on that. Don't quote me on that one either. But I know Magic Square is doing one. So yeah, all right. Good night, folks. Gotta love some floor time. Yay.